Hello, fabulous Fempreneurs. I'm Rayanna Starr in my group Empowering Women Entrepreneurs to Succeed in Business. And I'm with the lovely Fiona all the way in Scotland. Yay! I love the internet. I love Facebook. I love social media because it connects us to people all over the world. And, you know, last week I was talking to Stephanie in Switzerland. This week, I'm talking to people across the country and across the pond, as they would say in England.
Yep.
So, Fiona, you're in Scotland. What time is it there right now?
So right now it is 7 o'clock at night. It is dinner time for most of us at the moment.
Yeah, so you're 5 hours ahead of me.
Yep.
It's a little after 2 here in North Carolina. I'm on the East Coast of the United States. So how long have you been in the group?
So I was introduced to the group about a couple of weeks ago now. Just kind of having a read of the stories, seeing what everybody's background is and stuff like that. It's been eye-opening and really nice to see that, you know, there is a community there. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, that's what we're hoping to create. I'm glad that that's the vibe that's coming across. And why did you join the group? Just curious. What did you see for yourself there?
So for myself, I saw opportunities basically to learn was my main thing. I'm looking to, you know, see how the world of business works. And obviously, you know, there's the dilemma that there's not a lot of women doing it, and you know, admittedly everybody that I've spoke to in this journey up until now has been predominantly guys. So it was to connect with my girls, so to speak, and yeah, just get some actual advice from real women that have actually done it.
So when you talk about there aren't a lot of women in the space, the particular space that you want to break into?
Yeah, I think definitely in my kind of area that I'm aiming for, it is a very male dominated kind of workforce, so to speak.
Okay, gotcha. Now, what's your motivation for wanting to start your own business?
So my motivation came from me having an idea and remembering the stories from other people who had had ideas and they didn't do anything about it. They just thought, oh, nothing will ever happen. And then 5 years later, they see their idea in reality online or on TV, and they kick themselves.
Yeah.
And yeah, that was my kind of motivation to do this, because I was like, why can't it be me? Why can't I do it and see what happens? Because, you know, nothing ventured, nothing gained is a saying here in Scotland. So
now, why do you want to have your own business?
Because I never thought I could. I never thought that was something that I would be able to do. I never thought that was going to be an option for me. I never thought that I could have the potential to run my own life and make things better for myself and those around me. So if I'm honest, no, I didn't grow up thinking I want to be a businesswoman when I grow up. But over time and having grown up and then coming up with this idea, yeah, I thought I'll give it a shot and I'll see. Why not? You know?
Good for you. And when did that light spark in you? When did you start to think, wait a minute, maybe I could do it? Why not me?
When I first came up with my idea for my business,
we'll get into what it is. We're keeping you, we're dangling the carrot. So keep the mystery alive.
When I first came up for the idea, I had no idea what I was doing. So I Googled, what do you do? And when I got feedback about my idea and how people liked it, that's when it sparked, like, I could make something out of this. I could make this a business and it could grow and it could become global, hopefully. And that's when it sparked for me. That's when I thought, right, if I'm going to do this, I need to do it. I need to give it a shot, and I need to give it a shot now.
Okay. So we're not going to pitch or promote the product. We're going to do something, we're going to ease into it. So the first question is, who is your soulmate client? Who's the person you really want to help with your product or service?
The person I want to help is anybody. I want to help anybody and everybody.
Be more specific, because you have a niche. It feels like you're limiting yourself to say that, but you're not, because everyone is not your soulmate client. So here's the thing, Fiona. Love that name, by the way.
Thank you.
You don't want to be a minnow lost at sea.
Mm-hmm.
You want to be a shark in a fish tank.
Mm-hmm.
You want to be able to connect with the people who are interested in what you have. So talk about what you're developing.
If obviously looking at it like that, if I'm going to be honest, my target or soulmate client is going to be women more so, and it'll be people wanting to be fit and healthy, people wanting to find a different avenue.
That is very much a niche, women. And you might even look at, is there an age range? Are they women around the world? Are they a certain kind of woman? Are they women like, I'm postmenopausal? I know it's shocking. Most people don't think I'm as old as I am. So you just right there, that's really good work that you did. You just like went from anyone to, oh, well, really, if I'm going to get specific about it, it's women who want to live healthier lives.
Yep.
And what's the motivation of creating this particular application that you're creating for you? Why is it personal to you?
Because it combines something that I enjoy doing with something that is good for me, and that is what it's all about. Like I say, it's about trying to make a healthier living, a better standard
So
of life.
what is it that you enjoy doing that's going to help you do something you should do?
So I enjoy playing games on my mobile in my spare time.
Okay. And how is that helping you do something you should do?
So it's going to help because it's what I should do, which is the activity and whatnot, drives the game.
Okay.
Drives it, allows you to progress.
All right. So talk about your application. Talk about what you're developing. Now she's in the development stage. So anyone that has brought a product to launch, like an application, Fiona could probably use some support. She could probably use some legal support. So Sherry Harris, if you see this, I want you to reach out to her. She is in Scotland though. She's in the developmental stages of this. So any of you watching this, if you have some ideas on how you could support Fiona, definitely reach out to her. So Fiona, tell us what your product is.
So my product is going to be a mobile gaming app that is geared towards health and fitness. And like I said, it's basically a game that you can play, like a simulation game kind of thing, but it is completely dictated by how active you are. And therefore it's gonna, you're enjoying playing the game, you might want to upgrade. So you're gonna have to go and do some more exercise, I'm afraid, some more activity. You're gonna have to get off your butt and go and do something.
So there's
it can be anything.
Rewards for activity.
Yep.
Yeah, there's a gal that I'm studying right now, and the way she creates online courses is based on psychology, gaming, and gambling. And it's about having the dopamine effect of work, reward, and people getting a sense of satisfaction. So what you're doing is saying, hey, look, I want to make getting healthy and fit fun. We're going to turn it into a game on an app.
Yep.
Very cool. So where are you at the stages?
So like you said, we are at very early stages. We're kind of at the research side of it, the market research, the figuring out prototypes and stuff like that, design. And the most important one, unfortunately for me, is I'm at the funding stage. So I'm looking to show people what I've got.
Stop. Reset. I reject that. I reject the unfortunate part is we're at the fundraising. Step back. Let's reframe.
Mm-hmm.
I'm an NLP coach. It's all about mindset. If you need funding to fund an idea that you believe in your heart and soul is going to help people, then finding the money for it can be a fun journey. It really can, because how you're going to attract people who are going to support you financially is sharing your passion for how this can help people, not being timid and shy about, because if you find people who invest in it, they're going to benefit. So in real estate investing, which is a niche that I coach in, we're teaching people to raise money. We're teaching people to find funding for their deals, either conventional or unconventional loans. And a lot of them struggle with that because they feel like they're asking someone for money. What they're doing, though, actually, is giving people the opportunity to invest in something that's going to be a good return for them. Money sitting in the bank collecting 1 or 2% is nothing when you could loan it out at 10 or 12%. So you need to shift your mindset about the fundraising and lead with the passion that you have. Like, this is an idea. I think, there are so many people addicted to video games and this and that. And I just realized, wow, we could leverage that. And instead of people being addicted to Candy Crush and all these stupid video games, we could make them getting fit and healthy an addictive game. That's how you're going to attract fundraisers. That's how you're going to attract money. Now, there's a couple of sites I want you to go to and check out GoFundMe. You're familiar?
Yeah, I have had a wee look at them, definitely. So I will revisit.
And Kickstarter. Now, GoFundMe is for fundraising, and it could be for anything. It could be for child, you have a friend whose kid has cancer. Quick Start. Sorry, everyone. I was at the tail end of eating lunch, so I'm sneaking in some cashews while we're talking. I know it's very unprofessional that I'm chomping on nuts, but you know what? I'm the queen bee in this world, so I'm going to chomp on nuts and do this. All right. So Kickstarter is specifically fundraising for entrepreneurs. It's specifically fundraising for businesses. And in order to get people, attract interest in people donating to your fund, you can't come from a begging mentality. You've got to come from a preaching with passion what your project is about. And make it like people, whoa, that I really want to help. Ooh, that's cool. Like that. So let's back up and go again. What stage are you at in your business right now?
So the stage I'm at right now is my market research, my funding applications, and my prototype work. Prototype building.
How
Web
exciting! Yay!
Definitely.
Why should people invest in your project? What will they get out of it?
You kind of nailed it on the head for me. It's something that they can benefit from. It's something that they can be part of. Like you say, funding, you need to kind of come from it from a fun aspect and whatever. And you know, they're going to get to be part of something new, part of something fresh, part of a new movement, part of something better. So
Well,
to
also
me,
what you might want to do, Fiona, is think about and talk about this with people in your life that have this experience, or for those of you who are financial planners or investors or venture capitalists, maybe you can reach out to Fiona. Putting together a plan of a return on investment for investors, like what would they get percentage in returns, like dividends or whatever, or a percentage of, you know, what you earn. So there's some work to do in that so that you can make it an appealing offer to investors financially. Because investors are thinking about the numbers, like, okay, I get that this is cool and it's helping people, but if I'm going to give you $100,000, or what's the currency there? What do you guys have? Pound?
we are pounds, yeah.
Euros? Okay, pounds. So how many pounds, you know, what are they going to get in returns and in what period of time? So you have someone else help you with that.
Yeah, that would be awesome, obviously.
Yeah. Yeah. But there are people out there that would get that and could have resources for you to tap into.
Yeah, like they're out there somewhere.
Yeah. All right. So here's some ideas for you. Have you gone to any of the online job boards like Upworks.com or Fiverr.com?
No.
Yeah, there are a lot of online workplaces, like online job boards, where there are people that are programmers that are on that platform, and you can send out a bid and they can bid on helping you develop that application.
No, that's wow.
Yeah, and it's inexpensive. So write this down: Upwork, Upwork, up like going up and work like you're working at a job, squish them together.com. That's the biggest one. There's also freelancer.com. Fiverr's probably the cheapest, but not the highest quality. Fiverr, Fiverr.com. And you could just go on online work, you know, work platforms or online job boards. You may be able to speed up your process of this being an idea and you doing research to actually start working with someone. But first, where you have to be clear is you really have to have a plan, like what you want the app to do, what you want the bells and whistles to be, how it's going to be engaging, what are going to be the rewards, what's the end game, what's the end point, how long does it go, all of that that's going into it. And then you've also got to work with either a business coach or someone in your life, if you can't afford a business coach right now, to lay out a business plan overall. Like, that's the product, and you need to develop a plan for product development. But then it's laying out a business plan, like, when do we want to launch, and what's the price going to be, and who's our market, and what's our marketing going to be, and what platforms are we going to get the best traction with. And if you're targeting women who want to lose weight, it's going to be the platforms like Facebook, Pinterest, Instagram, those kinds of platforms, YouTube maybe. So what else do you want to tell us about your startup idea?
I guess, I mean, if it's not obvious already, it's my first ever startup, my first ever, you know, attempt at it. And it is filled with trips and traps along the way. And I think it's what it's definitely caught me out a few times, definitely. And like I say, I'm here to kind of learn from my mistakes as well.
Yeah, you're gonna
And
fail forward. You're gonna fail forward.
yeah, put them into practice, or use them better the next time round. So yeah, that's the main thing, is that I am new. I am very
Yeah.
green.
Yeah.
And I would love to be a sponge. That's what I would like to be, a sponge, so that I can absorb everything. And obviously I know that's nearly impossible, but if I could be a sponge and just absorb as much as I possibly could, that's what else I
Yeah,
would like
but
to be.
that's just the beginning. You can be a sponge, and then a sponge can only hold so much liquid,
Hmm.
and then it can't hold anymore. What's going to make this a reality is you've got to also take action.
Yeah, definitely. Which I do find, as a newbie, that I struggle with that because I'm terrified. you know,
What's terrifying for you?
um, trying to figure it all out. Terrifying that, trying to muddle your way through, trying to figure out what's the next step. And also, what's terrifying is that it is a big world out there, and there is people that don't necessarily have your best interests at heart. And I have unfortunately been on the receiving end of that. And that's what scares me more, is just
Is
this.
being taken advantage of
Yeah,
and
definitely.
scammed. Yeah.
Yeah,
Who do
and
you
like I
have?
say,
Who do you have supporting you in this in your life?
I have obviously family and friends, but it's kind of my thing, and it's me doing it. It's me doing everything, me, myself, and I. Obviously, family and friends, they're there to talk to, and I can moan to them when I've not had a
But
good
there's
day.
no one mentoring or coaching or guiding you on laying out a plan and giving you direction and helping you figure it out.
No, I had reached out to like government kind of things that we've got set up here in the UK, but nothing's happened. And that
Okay.
was 6 months ago, kind of thing.
Okay.
So
Yeah. So it sounds like, yeah, there's research and stuff that you have to do, but in order to turn this idea into a business, you might consider getting a coach. And we can talk
mhm,
about that offline about
mhm,
how we work with people, because it sounds like you're a little lost and that you
yes,
need some direction and guidance. And you know what? No matter whether you like this video or not, I am going to post it because it's real. And what this is going to do is, ladies, this is a chance to lift a soul sister up and come and help Fiona, giving her ideas, not going to pitch her or promote her or try and sell her anything. We're not going to do that, ladies, to genuinely reach out to her and give her support. She's a brand new budding entrepreneur who just really needs us to support her and help her move forward. So what I want you to do is, you have the link to my calendar. I want you to schedule a connection call for
okay,
next week with me sometime. And then let's you and I just talk one-on-one. I'll give you some stuff to get you started, but talk about if you do want to have a coach that's actually giving you confidence and protecting you and helping you move forward with confidence and with direction. I can certainly help you with that. I'd love to work with you. There is a
that would be
fee for
amazing.
it. There is a fee for it, and that's just the cost of doing business. And we work with people, we do payment plans, and we have a financing. So if you feel like you resonate and you want to do that, you can schedule a connection call with me, because it sounds like to me you just need someone guiding you and someone helping you lay out a plan and figuring out what's the next step to keep things moving, and also
Hmm.
someone protecting you from making mistakes that are terrifying to you.
Yeah.
Now, as an entrepreneur, we do experiment and we do make mistakes. I mean, I
Hmm.
remember, and my partner will watch this and roll his eyes. He's like, not that again, Rayana. But um, My biggest fear when we started up this business, and I've started up several, when we first got started, is that I would spend thousands of dollars, like a big ticket thing, 5, 10 grand on a service, and it wouldn't get the results that were promised. Okay. So we looked around for a while and I thought I found my girl, and we invested $7,500 into a LinkedIn strategist, and LinkedIn really wasn't our platform. And in 2 months, she just cut me loose and said, okay, I'm done. I spent $7,500 with her, and I was allowed to be on weekly Q&A calls, but she wasn't going to give me any more coaching or feedback. She hadn't really coached me before. I was a little lost in trying to get my ideal client figured out and all that. And she really just took our money and ran, basically. So my biggest fear happened. Paid $7,500 and we didn't really get anything out. Now, that's not true. I learned some valuable lessons. I don't ever want to be that to someone else, where they spend money and are frustrated and feel taken advantage of and that they didn't get any value. No, I don't ever want to be that person. And then the other thing I learned is we did get some value from it, that, in developing webinars and things like that, but I survived it, Fiona. That's the takeaway here, is we didn't go under. It just made me more determined.
Yeah.
Okay. And that liberated me. It actually gave me freedom. It's like, okay, biggest fear happened. I'm still standing. We've still got a business. Okay, what's next? We spent more money. We've spent money on lead generation that didn't work, because there's a lot of charlatans out there promising you, it's all over Facebook, promising you to generate leads and help you 6 and 7 figures. And then you sign up with people and they don't even practice what they preach. So there is value in the failures. There's value in the mistakes. There's value in, if you've gotten ripped off, you've got to look at what you have control over. You have control over, did a part of you know? And did you go for it anyway? Is there a part of you that is naive that needs to develop wisdom? Is there a part of you that, lets people push you around, or whatever it is? It's very easy for us to project out there and make someone else the villain, where the power is and the success and freedom is, how am I responsible for that outcome? Doesn't feel good. It's not easy, but that's where the power and freedom is. What do you think about all that? I'm getting all preachy on you.
I need that, because it's positive thinking, and that's what you need to keep going. You need to be positive. So, it rings a bell with me, and it makes me feel better about reaching out and trying.
Yeah,
definitely.
So you'll schedule that connection call with me, and we'll get some fundamentals laid out for you, so you have some direction where you're at. I'll talk about our different coaching programs, see which one feels like a fit for you. So Fiona, I think there's a lot of value in your idea, but don't just keep it in the idea stage. You could stay there for years. Have a timeline. Like, I want this thing out in the market. We're marketing it in 6 months or a year. Now that might sound, to use your own word, terrifying. But if you were to work with a coach, if you were to work with me, that's what a coach would do, is start to get you off your ass, taking action, and giving you realistic goals to shoot for, starting with maybe the 1-year goal and the longer goal, and then start to break that down. Like, okay, so in a month, this is what you've got to have done. It's giving you purpose and direction, and it's keeping you like, okay, I know in a month I've got to do this. In 3 months, I've got to be here. In 6 months. Oh, wow. Okay. it starts to bring your idea into form and make it real.
Mm-hmm.
And that's exciting. It can be scary because it's more fun to dream.
Yeah.
It's a little scary to go from dream to, oh, I'm going to actually go for it. And I have failed at businesses. And I have really succeeded at businesses.
Mm-hmm.
And here I am sitting talking to you, and I'm alive with a house, a business, friends, a car, food, dogs, a property I love, so you're young, fail forward, bounce back quickly, and get up to fight another day, and get people who are qualified to help you, protect you, guide you, support you, and cheer you on. You need some help with the mindset because you go there, you go to a dark place, and you need someone cheering you on.
Definitely, 100%. And I feel like I've been missing that, definitely.
Yeah, and I love your ideas. So ladies, comment in the chat, in the comments below, what you think of this amazing idea Fiona has about turning kind of an unhealthy addiction of gaming on your phone that wastes a lot of time. You don't really get any value from it. It's an addiction. Into what if you were to redirect that into, oh my God, this is like a game that I get to win. And it's encouraging you to make healthy choices, to exercise, to eat better. I mean, think about what that would be like. So many of us struggle with developing healthy habits. And Fiona is trying to make developing healthy habits a game and lots of fun. What do you think about this idea, ladies? Do you have an idea of what you want to call it?
So it's called at the moment, Get Up and Go.
Get up
Pretty
and
simple.
go. Get up and go.
Simple but effective.
Yes. Simple but effective is usually the best things you can brand. Like Nike's, just do it. Get up and go. It has a good ring. All right. Anything else you want to say? Any rooftop message you want to shout for the whole world to hear?
I guess it's just thank you from me. It's thank you to you for taking the time to obviously have this conversation with me, and obviously going forward. Thank you to all the ladies for just sharing and listening, because that's the hardest thing these days, is getting people to listen. So just thank you, and I look forward to speaking with you all, and a bright business full future.
All right. So your mission, should you choose to accept it, is have you seen in the group our posts about the permission to be movement? I want you to write on a piece of paper, permission to be, and then whatever your word is, okay? And I want you to hold it up, take a picture, post it in the group, and share why that's important to you. You're giving yourself permission to be bold, trusting, happy, successful, a successful, badass entrepreneur, whatever it is. And then in the comments above the photo, you're going to say, this is important to me because blah, 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 blah. Will you do that?
Yes, I will do it.
Will you have that posted in our group before Friday?
Yes, I will have it posted in the group before Friday.
Okay. Fiona, it was such a delight to connect with you again. How do you feel about this interview?
I feel good about this interview. I feel like I've been able to have a chat, but get me across, which has been great fun. And obviously it's just that excitement of connecting with people. I'm sitting to, like you say, I'm sitting talking to you, we're across the pond. It's been amazing, and I have taken from this interview so much away that I've been waiting for so long, and it just took an interview for me to get that kind of information and that kick up my backside.
Kick up the backside. In other words, kick your ass. And the American version of that is you need a good ass kicking. Good for you. All right. Well, it was absolutely a pleasure. If I can help you in any way get this thing to market, I'm all for it. Schedule a connection call with me and we'll chat, and I'll give you at least some next steps so you can be on your way and feel empowered on the journey. And then if it feels right and you feel like the investment's worth it, we can also work together. I'd love that. So everyone,
that would be amazing.
Lovely Fiona from Scotland, who is in the development stages of developing the Get Up and Go app to turn gaming addiction into actually an addiction of being healthy. I love her idea. What do you think? Who's next? Who's my next Femprenuer interview? I'm looking forward to it. Bye, Fiona.
Bye.